There we go. Okay. All right. We're doing the wrap up here on the Shannon contest, the Illinois State. Say it again. What do we call it?
Illinois State Barbecue Championship.
Illinois State Barbecue Championship. You say you started this about 15 years ago, Mike?
Right. We brought it to Shannon 15 years ago from West Chicago.
Okay.
So this is actually, it says on our shirt 19th, but it's actually the 20th year for this contest.
Okay.
15 in Shannon.
All right. And you happen to live in Shannon, and that's kind of how it got to be the home base there?
Yeah, that's how we brought it out. The fellow in West Chicago decided he wanted to give the contest up after some time, and then nobody in Chicago at that time wanted to take it, so he asked if we could move it to Shannon, and we checked with the Lions clubs, and at that time worked with the local pork producers, and in the beginning they were our major sponsors, and they continue to be one of our major sponsors. So thanks to the pork producers of Illinois and the Lions Club here in Shannon, we was able to bring this contest here.
And you've been able to attract a lot of sponsors. You've also been able to attract a lot of the top teams. How did that happen?
Well, I think basically, Tom, that's that we are a cook. We cook under the Rock River Ribs team name, and we get out amongst the competition, and we know a lot of these cooks personally, become friends with them over the years, and they know you're running the contest and you're putting a good contest on. It may not be the highest paying contest in the country, but it's a fair contest, and they like to come cooking on this grass and everything. They like the atmosphere here in Shannon.
I always, when I talk to the cooks, they always talk about this as being kind of the mid-season gut check on how they're doing as we progress into the season.
Right. Well, we have a lot of well, I haven't checked the ratings out here, but we got Pellet Envy here, and we got Trig here, and we got a lot of the other Iowa Smoky D's, and a lot of the top cooks in the country cooking this contest. So it is kind of a gut check, and gets them guys to see how they're cooking against the competition, and
right.
See what the rest of the year is going to look like for them.
And before I came over here, I was just kind of writing down a couple of notes on different things that I know about Mike, and current president of the Kansas City Barbecue Society, teaching barbecue judging classes. I remember I helped you with one in Clinton, and cooking classes. I attended one of those over in Rockford at that outdoor store.
Right.
That was a really nice outdoor store. The other thing, he's repping this contest. Next week he's repping two contests, him and Teresa, in Waterloo and LaPorte. And then just to take a break, the following week you're going to cook in Mason City?
Right, we're cooking and vending in
Mason City 3 weeks in a row here. You've been to Rib Fest, you're a cook, you got spices and rubs. I mean, is there anything in barbecue that you don't have your fingers into some way?
Well, I suppose not when you look at it that way. I guess we're kind of involved in all aspects of it, but we're not involved in the restaurant side of it.
Oh,
we don't plan on getting inside
and catering side. That's what we're missing here.
We do a little local catering, but we don't get out and push it. You know, people ask us for meats and stuff like that. We're kind of strictly the meat cookers and stuff like that. So.
Right.
We was autographing our cookbook, the KCBS cookbook, and we have a recipe that's in there that Teresa and I, well, really Teresa developed it, but our picture's in there, so.
But you'll take some credit for it.
I get to sign it too, yeah.
Why not? And you announced to the cooks and the judges this week that you're stepping down from this contest as far as running it and turning it over to some other people. So now that it's all over and it's starting to sink in here a little bit, you got about an hour and a half to go before the awards are all done. So how's it feel after looking back on 12 years? 15.
It really gets kind of melancholy. Yeah, 15 years here in Shannon. It really gets kind of melancholy. I don't know if you noticed last night during the butt to butt. It gets kind of emotional for us when we look out there and see all of our friends, and especially with the butt to butt. That's a contest that I put together, and then coming to Saturday and seeing 60 teams out here that we basically know a lot of these cooks personally.
Oh yeah.
So it becomes a friendship, and I like to look at barbecue as a big family. Each one of these cook-offs is like a big family reunion almost, and I tell a lot of folks that I think the barbecue thing is like a subculture. People just don't realize the friendships that we develop amongst ourselves and so forth. So yeah, it's going to be melancholy here in about an hour, I'm sure, when I tell these cooks goodbye here for the last time in Shannon.
Right. All right. Well, that's the Deion Sanders of the barbecue world. This is Mike Lake, And thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Tom.
It's been fun.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you.